I'm Emily Cappiello with the Gourmet Insider, and today I'm making cranberry cornbread, perfect for either a side dish or dessert. All right, so let's get started. We are going to put half a cup of butter into our bowl here. So I'm just gonna scoop it out this way into my measuring cup to make sure I have enough. Need a little more. This is Kerrygold Irish butter. Can't get enough of it. It's one of my favorite things to cook with, to bake with, to eat off the spoon. So we're going to do half a cup of butter. Make sure your butter is softened, not cooked, not melted, just softened. And then we're going to do a cup of sugar. I'm gonna just do 2 half a cups here. Perfect. And we're gonna do 2 eggs. And you definitely should crack your eggs not directly in the bowl. So because I already have the sugar and the butter in here, I'm just gonna use my measuring cup just to help avoid shells. And sometimes if you get a bad egg, I mean, what are the chances? But it can ruin the entire batter. No shells, 1 good egg. Do the same thing here. And then we are going to mix all of these ingredients together. So I just started breaking it up with my regular spoon, but I have my handy dandy hand mixer. My mother actually gave this to me my first Christmas alone in my house because I didn't have one. So I'm just gonna put this in, turn it on low. Just let it mix up a little bit. Just want to get all the clumps out of it. So now we're going to add in our dry ingredients to our wet batter. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And then we are going to add in 1.5 cups of buttermilk. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Have my little, it's my little half teaspoon here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last thing we're gonna add is our cornmeal. If you don't have cornmeal on hand or you can't find it, you can actually also use polenta, believe it or not. It'll give it the same texture. I'm gonna whip this all up. So if you want to take a good look at the batter, that's what it looks like right now. You want it to be a little bit chunky, a little bit rough, a little bit coarse. It's not a smooth bread, it's cornbread. You want it to give it some character. And the last thing we're gonna do here is fold in some cranberries. Half a cup is fine, but I really love cranberries and I'd like a little more of the cranberry flavor. So I'm just gonna use probably, 2/3 of a cup. So a cup here, and I throw in some extras. Then I'm just going to gently fold that in with my spatula. I don't want to chop up those cranberries. I want to get all of the flavor. I'm gonna take some of this batter off the spoons. Does anybody remember when they were a little kid, your mom would let you lick the spoons and then everybody was afraid that we were all gonna get salmonella? I can tell you, cookie dough never tasted so good as it did when I was like 4 years old. So now that I have my cranberries folded in and the batter is looking really lovely, I'm going to put it in my pan. So cornbread, totally all American, right? I actually went with the all-American cookware cast iron. I love the way cast iron makes bread crispy, and it's just, you know, and on cornbread you want a great crust. My trick for the cast iron is before I put it in the oven, I slather it with butter, and then I actually put it in the oven while the oven is preheating, just to kind of get it a little bit seasoned and warm already. So I'm gonna take that out of the oven and I'm gonna pour our cornbread mixture right into it. Okay. So I have our cast iron loaf pan. It's like really, really hot. I'm going to just put our cornbread mixture right on in there. And you can hear it sizzling already. Okay. You could probably do this with cherry as well when the season calls for it. That would be a sweet combination. No pun intended, or maybe. All right, we're just gonna smooth this out a bit. And we're gonna pop it in the oven on 375 for about 40 to 45 minutes. You'll check it after 40 minutes with a toothpick just to make sure it comes out clean. And other than that, we should be good to go. All right, so let's get that cornbread out of the oven. Can't wait to see it. It smells so good in here. And it looks perfect. It's like crusty and it's got beautiful cranberries through it. Can't wait to eat this thing.